what I'm worth. Now it's my turn to shine. Started from the bottom, now I'm rising from the grind. Hustling through the darkness, vision clear in my mind. Dreams ain't just for dreaming, I've been scheming on the low. Turning every setback into fuel, let it grow. They doubted my ambition, said I'd never touch the sky. But my wheels are rocking and I'm ready to defy. Look at all these mountains, conquered each and every one. Came from nothing, now I'm here, witness how it's done. I'm reaching for the top, where the stars collide. Fought for what I'm worth, now it's my turn to shine. Every trial was a teacher, every fall was a rise. Kept my head up through the storm with my eyes on the prize. They can't hold me down, I got fire in my soul. Destiny's my partner, we out of control. Heart of a lion, I've been clawing through the fight. From the trenches to the towers, now I'm basking in the light. No more looking back, it's my moment to seize. With the world in my palm, I'm the king of my dreams.
Hey folks, Robin here. Just a side note, this is a single life broadsword. It's going to go really, really fast because it basically means if you get one hit, you're out. So I just wanted to give you that little primer before the actual broadsword tournament begins. This is a kind of a specialty thing. So enjoy. Oops, sorry, just informed. This is single life rapier, not single life broadsword. So the broadsword tournament is going to go on after this. And then after the broadsword main tournament, then we're going to swap over to single life broadsword. So just wanted to make that correction.
All right, just hopping on to say once again, this is the Single Life Rapier tournament. The Single Life Broadsword will start eventually after these. The regular Broadsword will start after Single Life Rapier. This will go pretty quick. It's already gone pretty quick. I think they're in the second round of find your partner and try not to get hit. So right now we have our very own Honey Badger versus Lizard. They are both fun people to fight. Honey Badger, of course. Alec Villanueva. Lizard is a little... Right, my friend?
That's absolutely right, Peter. Elizabeth Peterson, perhaps? Patterson?
Patterson.
Patterson.
I don't know.
There we go.
Danish.
The Lizard.
The Lizard. Yep.
A mononym, much like Cher.
Yep.
These two fight each other quite a bit.
You know, they really do. They're probably sick of it. You know, they drove all this way to fight each other.
It's Murphy's Law.
Elizabeth doesn't actually take any rapier classes, if I remember correctly. But Alec is a student of Arthur's, and I teach him small sword.
Alec is known for a distinctive method where he makes use of low angles.
Yes. Boy. That was a messy exchange right there.
This is what happens when you effectively put two siblings together in the room.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know who won. I think by reading Lizard's lips, it might have been Alec. So, Kieran, while I have you on mic, tell me a little bit about Kingfisher.
Oh, our tiny little podunk 2-bit club up in Chico, California.
Yeah.
It is currently headed by 3 instructors, myself, Ken Bostrom, and Shane Gabbard, in its current iteration, in its 4th year following the pandemic. We primarily study German longsword at the moment, as well as a survey of French smallsword and Italian rapier. We dabble in just about everything, but we cycle through it year by year.
Yeah.
We are, I must emphasize, a very small club, but we love visitors. If you ever find yourself in Chico, we have a website. Give us a jingle. Come visit us.
We got Nightshade or Douglas Leonard against Isaac Humber, and we just lost our picture, and now it's back.
This should be a good match.
Yeah. Nightshade's been fencing, 30 years.
Isaac's no slouch either. He started as a young.
He did. You know, I have known Isaac as long as I've been fencing.
For those not aware, Isaac is sort of the figurehead of the Diamond Rose. Would you agree with that, Peter?
Well, he's currently half of the active instructor base for Diamond Rose.
Yes. I hear the other instructor is...
Me.
Yeah. I was going to be more insulting than that, but you caught me.
I know. All right, now we've got Alec, and it looks like a Noble Science Academy fencer.
Who appears to have just cut Alec in the arm.
Yep. Oh, I know him. I just can't remember his name. because I'm terrible with names, as you know, Karen can attest. How many times have I gotten your name wrong?
I mean, I think over the last few months you finally nailed it.
Right, and how long have we known each other?
Well, I'm bad with time.
It's been a while. All right, looks like we're going to have our last match, if I heard correctly. And good God, I wish I could have understood what Michael said for the poor guy's name.
It's all right. They'll get you in the comments.
Yes, they will. And we're going, oh, there we are. There we are.
Could cut the tension with a knife.
A butter knife.
One of
Sometimes,
those soft cheese knives.
yeah, there you go. All right. You know, I'm biased, but my money would be on Isaac.
I don't know. You can't seem to remember the other one's name. He might surprise you.
That's true. And, you know, in which case I deserve it. So, looks like judging this match, we have a Dashel and the owner of Manticore Blades?
Forge, I believe.
Forge, thank you. Oh, no. Never mind. Andy's up there.
Our very own Gala Chad will be judging this match.
Yeah, and tonight he's gonna have to be tortured by my pipes.
I think you might want to give a bit more description.
Why?
Ambiguity is your prerogative.
That's true. There's a karaoke tradition here in Reno. We're in Carson City.
Starting out, some patient probing actions.
Yep. Isaac is very patient. That's always been one of his strengths in his fencing. See, now you can cut the tension.
Seeing some resetting engagement as they decide it's not worth continuing the exchanges.
For sure.
At one point, someone will have to do something.
And Isaac may have been hit first.
Let's see what the judges think.
He certainly didn't look too thrilled. I wish I could hear him.
Sounds like they, if I'm not mistaken, they may be washing the exchange.
Well, it could have very well been a double.
And how do they handle doubles in this tournament?
I don't know. I've been in a single life epee tournament where doubles could happen at any time. In fact, I was fencing for first place, and had we doubled, nobody would have won.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, if you're going to enforce clean fencing,
For sure.
the ultimate penalty. discussion still continues.
Yeah, Isaac looks pretty bored.
I'm just going to venture a guess at what's going on in his head. Oh. I have some activity.
All right, I think they might be resetting. Yep. It got so quiet.
Probe to the foot just to keep Isaac on his toes.
That was good. I appreciated that one.
It's so literal, it's hardly even funny.
I thought it was good. Oh. And that was much more definitive right there.
Most certainly.
That was some very clean fencing here.
Yes. I'm glad they redid the exchange.
I am too, because the last one wasn't as clean.
This was the exchange we deserved.
It was. All right, so Broadsword is going to be beginning soon, so I want to take a moment to thank everyone for watching with us here. Thank you very much again, and if you enjoyed what you saw, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get notified of all our post-tournament videos as well as live streams. We do post tournament videos that we've edited on Thursdays. And, you know, thanks again to Kieran for hopping on the mic with me. And, you know, if you're in Chico, I have a student that occasionally goes to Kieran's class, and he says he likes both of us. So if that's true, then either I've paid him well or Kieran's pretty cool.
Yeah. No comment.
So we are going to take a little break until Broadsword. The stream will stay up, and we'll actually be staying up through the single life Broadsword that's happening right after the main Broadsword. So thank you very much, and we'll see you back here in just a moment.
See you soon.
we come alive. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. We come alive. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. We come alive. Tell them play this song. When you tell them to dream on. 'Cause we not afraid of a giant. Bring them down 'cause we sling stones. All these problems and none of your emotions. Full throttle, I'm past you imposters. Can't slow me down. You need a W, I got you. All I plan to do is win. I don't really see an end. And it ain't news that I got it in the bag. When I see them, tell them this. We can never finish last. Yeah, we got it in the bag. Yeah, we got a different drive. You know that legends never die. 'Cause we come alive. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. We come alive. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. We come alive. Here we come. We come alive. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. Turn me up.
Hello, folks.
Howdy.
So now we are going into the pools for Broadsword.
This Broadsword tournament will run similarly to the single rapier tournament, with the notable exception that there are no high or low priority targets. We're considering the broadsword in this sense to be a very dangerous object, not to be touched anywhere under penalty of injury.
Yeah, we were Ronan and I were discussing that earlier about, nope, just the whole body, head to toe is a high priority target.
Just real bad.
So now going for the feet, I guess, is totally valid. Although I think that might expose your head.
It's a daring tactic. Let's see if it pays off for him. It is unusual to see a tournament which allows foot blows these days, but I think that will make an interesting change up here.
That's kind of hard, too, because you don't exactly have, like, protection on your shoes. Most people wear, like, very flat, like, wrestling shoes.
I think the audience can draw their own conclusions about what honorable conduct looked like in these circumstances.
Yeah, hopefully. So I'm actually not quite as familiar with Broadsword. What is the main master, like teacher, of Broadsword, like historically?
That I don't know right off the top of my head. We do have a study group here at the Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy that meets for the Cistercian Society that is dedicated to broadsword instruction.
Is that mostly Scottish?
Yes.
The Cataran Society, I've just been informed.
Cataract
Okay.
Society.
Like Caledonian? Cataran? No.
Cataract.
Yes. Unfortunately, all of our competent broadsword fencers are occupied at the moment due to this tournament.
Yeah, they're all in the tournament, so... But we're getting started here in ring one. So our focus here on ring one. I think the pools are still assembling here. So as a reminder, if anyone is joining us right now, I am Robin Nightingale, and I'm joined here by Kieran
Flanagan.
and Arthur.
Arthur Henry from Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy.
And this is the Broadsword Tournament.
For those unfamiliar with the object of the broadsword, it is played similarly to a heavy saber. It has a heavy basket hilt on it, has a heavy blade. Heavy is the theme here. It moves a little more slowly than a lot of one-handed weapons, and committed actions are sure to be seen.
Also, quick a reminder, if you're just joining us for this broadcast, please like and subscribe, and be sure to share with your colleagues and friends.
That's the Historical Fencing Network. We also have a Patreon.
Right you are. We have many benefits if you are a Patreon member. You can get your fights first out of everyone if you are fencing in a tournament that we are streaming at.
Because we capture everything. We're recording the whole thing. Even if it's not on the live stream, we have a recording of it. So if you want to see your matches and really analyze how you fight, how other fencers fight, you can sign up to our Patreon and get access to that video.
Or we have a free option. Your support is always welcome. Looks like are they announcing? Looks like the directors and judges are assembling.
We've got two fencers in the ring. And as you can see there, the basket hilt really looks like something that you could punch somebody's lights out with.
Yes. There's definitely a stereotype of the broadsword being a brutal sort of weapon, although I'm really hoping we'll see some nice, tight, considerate fencing here in spite of that.
Looks like fighting now, it will be Mark Olson in blue and Jessica Flynn in red. And just a reminder, there are no doubles. There's only clean exchanges, dirty exchanges. So since the priority is all high priority, this is going to be a lot of dirty exchanges. Yep, and that looks like a cut to the torso. Blue cut to torso. Jessica needs to present a threat, otherwise Mark is just going to continue controlling the engagement. Looks like he is pulling her into his measure. Setting up for a cut. No.
Jessica may be biding time for a counterattack of some sort.
She seems less familiar with Broadsword.
And I think he did get that cover. Oh, I guess that's a double.
Okay.
So looks like Mark is cutting into 4. So and then looking for a cut, a follow-up cut afterwards. He's trying to beat the blade away, Jessica's blade, in order to follow up with another attack. So see, there we go. Oh, looks like it's a cut from red.
Okay. She could still make it back.
That patient guard is paying off, apparently.
Nah, that was a double.
No, looks like it's no quality. Yep, and he did clear, so that's going to be
Cut to head?
dirty exchange.
Okay.
So people tend to forget you can actually thrust with a broadsword. So he's going to cut up and try to clear that line, follow up with the cut. Yep, there we go.
That clearing action with a cut to the leg following.
But he's got to be able to bring that sword back up to clear that line again.
Yeah, because if he lets her double, then he gets no points.
And that is match. Has the score updated, or is it based on time?
I think that would be 9-3.
Okay.
So I think he scored there, but either way, he won.
Yeah. Are the directors mic'd? All right. So, if you want to hear what the directors are saying, please be sure to join our Patreon, because that will give you the most immersive experience for this live stream.
And if you've ever disagreed with a judge's call, it can help you to better understand what their reasoning is behind it in retrospect.
Now, Mark here is up again, but this time he's going to be red. I think they're going to give him a minute. So when fencers are fencing back-to-back, they are awarded a minute downtime in between matches. Or
Wait, what?
Little greeting there before the match begins.
Oh, no, I was overhearing the other match. They said match blue, and I was like, what? They haven't even started yet. Yeah, so as you were saying, Arthur, you get a minute to catch your breath, take a drink of water, because it can get very hot in those fencing jackets and masks. It's not terribly breathable.
And just a reminder, we do not have air conditioning in the event.
Yeah, it broke today.
This is something most fencers are used to, though.
True, they often train in the same gear that they're fighting in here, but it's still, you still sweat
It's
a lot.
A challenge on game day.
And just so you know, if you're watching at home, if you're tuning in to our live stream, you can drop a message in the chat if there's somebody's match that you would particularly like to see, and we'll swap over to them when we get the chance. So do let us know.
And just a reminder, this stream is brought to you by Small Sword Piece Quality Meats.
Are the medalists gonna get small swords, meats?
Quality meats? I believe so. So the medalists will be able to partake in Small Sword Pete's quality meats. All right, looks like the match is beginning with Rochelle DeBolt and Mark Olson. Yep, and that's going to be a cut to the upper opening.
Wow. That was really strong.
She overcommitted to that. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Was that a dirty exchange?
Looks like. No, I guess they're going to award it to Rochelle.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Looks like Rochelle might have blown through Mark's guard on that one.
I guess so.
Gotten a hit to the shoulder, maybe?
I guess so. He needed to.
Needed to put his sword out a little bit farther.
Yep. Oh. Yep, that's dirty exchange.
Although we did see the beginnings of a thrust in there. Maybe that's hinting at something we're going to see.
I don't believe so. I think it was a dirty exchange. Oh, I guess they're going to award it to Mark.
Yeah, I think it was a blow after blow. It was just out of tempo.
Yep, and
Oh, that looked like a double.
yep, and looks like
Did both of them land, or was it just
I
one?
don't know.
Far be it for me as someone who doesn't practice broadsword, but I mean, it does seem like defense is being neglected here.
Yes.
Yeah, they just keep walking up to each other and simultaneously swinging.
So usually you want I attack, you defend. When you defend correctly, you get to attack again. But in this case, we're getting just attack, 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 attack. Oh, and
Okay, that was a little better.
yeah, looks. I think Mark may have closed out Rochelle's attack. So that's what I'm seeing.
High priority red, I think.
I believe so. That's correct.
I guess they don't really need to see a high priority or not.
Oh,
Was
Exchange
it?
is coming in short now. Rochelle is making a lot of attacks right off the gate when hitting the center of the ring.
and looks like Rochelle takes it.
Wow, guess it paid off.
I do know Rochelle practices this quite a bit, so it stands to reason that she would do well in this tournament.
Man, she's been in every tournament that I've seen except Small Sword.
Small Sword will be tomorrow.
Yes, women's Small Sword will start tomorrow. Well, it looks like pools are going to go a lot faster than rapier. There are less people competing for broadsword.
Right you are. And looks like we got Reeve Lester and Rochelle DeBolt.
She's probably taking a breather.
All right, while we're waiting here, let's hear from one of our valued sponsors. This event, in part, is brought to you by Relic Lanterns, one of our newest sponsors here at Battleborn Blades. Relic Lanterns handcrafts stunning lanterns and detailed dioramas that blend medieval, fantasy, and historical aesthetics into one magical package. Whether you're a tabletop gamer, fantasy fan, or someone who loves unique decor, their work is designed to ignite your imagination. Please be sure to check out their booth this weekend or visit them online at reliclanterns.com and bring a little relic magic home.
They're very cute. Little light up crystals, trees, and like sword and stone kind of vibes.
They're just so teeny.
Personally, I would use that for my tabletop games.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
gives great ambiance.
I would love one as a book stop on a bookshelf.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, looks like
It's funny. All she did was threaten him.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep, she got that point.
Oh, yep. Oh, looks like Reeve closed that out.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for this. Score is changing all the time where I'm. Yeah, so the scores just take a second to update, and the way that they're entering the scores is if there's a double, then it'll zero out. So it looks like their score is going up and then suddenly disappears.
Oh.
Oh, that was a stab.
I did mention that you are able to thrust with a broadsword. Oh.
I knew that was coming. Interesting. Is that a double? Yeah, I think they're washing it.
Watch the exchange.
Oh, I saw a cut to arm underneath there.
Looks like that's being acknowledged by the judge.
Right
Okay.
you are. It's always a gamble going for the arm. Oh, and might be a... And just a reminder, you need 7-point lead and win the match.
The other condition would be timing out.
Right you are. And that's a...
Oh, that looked like a double.
Yep. Right you are.
Simultaneous exchange. Come on, guys. Cleaner. Ah, okay.
And that's
Ran
gonna
out of
be-
time.
So keep in mind, you want to be able to fence clean because that will impact ties. So if there is a tie, they do not move a fence to sudden death. It is based on how many clean exchanges the fencer has.
Can we cut over to Andrew? Okay. Yeah, Andrew will be up a little bit later. Pool 5 hasn't started yet, but we will cut over to him. Okay, it looks like Mark's coming back up.
So Reeve, Mr. Lester, will be getting 1 minute.
Are the matches for Broadsword also 120 seconds?
Yes.
Minute 30? Okay. Mass going on. Ooh, rushing over. Okay, here we go.
Very short set. Oh, yep.
Ooh.
And that was a good cut. And then what we have here, it looks like...
So they awarded that to Mark.
Oh.
Ooh, that looked like
Yeah, that was...
2 cuts to the arm almost. Cut
Rachel.
once and then came around again, cut again.
Looks like Mark has a healthy lead. Oh, yeah, 3 points. Mark is the
Oh,
lead.
okay, I think they ruled that a double.
Yeah. Oh, so Mark is going for a center torso cut. He's going up high into 4 and then cutting back around for that.
Oh, did he land a cut on the arm?
And then, oh, there is
Oh.
a wardrobe issue.
Remember, kids, double knot your shoes.
It's fairly important here because the floor is already a little bit slippery, and so if that band were to come off and then go under your foot, it could be disastrous. You could slip and fall. So, like, if a shoe's untied or anything of the sort, we always call hold.
Better safe than sorry.
Nope.
I don't know.
I think I may have saw that cut from... Oh.
That looked dirty to me.
So-
I don't know.
I'm going to have to agree. I did see Mark's cut going. Oh, and he has to close off that cut when he... Oh,
Threatening at that point, but
yeah. That,
double? I saw a simultaneous hit on the arm.
and then, let's see here. He's...
Boy, that's classic form. I've seen that on posters. Diagrams.
Oh. Double high.
A little more patience in this one.
Yeah, time's going to run out, though.
Oh,
Reeves got to go faster.
Yeah,
Get that lead back.
Match red.
Ah!
Mark takes it.
I think it's time to thank one of our sponsors, Feather Small Swords. A big thanks to Feather Small Swords joining us this year as a sponsor of Battleborn. Feather Small Swords was created to deliver historically accurate, high-performance training gear. Their blades are praised for high historical balance, clean design, durability, and pricing that makes them ideal for both instruction and hard sparring. Whether you're drilling or dueling, these swords are built to perform. Check them out at feathersmallswords.com and see why more fencers are making the switch.
I'm very tempted to buy a feather small sword, so.
One of my clubmates has one. It's delightful.
Right you are.
And I've seen the one that they donated here to sponsor. And it's pretty. Got some nice filigree on it.
All right, we have Jessica Flynn in red and Rochelle DeBolt in blue.
I think I'm expecting Rochelle to take this. Jessica seems newer to Broadsword. And a little stiff. She's not quite getting the fluid movement of those cuts.
To be fair, it can be quite difficult to hold these weapons at extension and move them nimbly if you're not familiar with them.
Like the balance of the blade is near your hand, but it's still really heavy.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a cut to head.
yeah.
But was it blow after blow? Let's see whether or not they rule it in tempo. Nope, they gave it to Rochelle.
Okay, looks like
Rochelle blew through it.
I think Jessica might have got the parry, so there might be a self call, or
Looks like they rewarded it to a show. Oh, no, they took it back.
Oh, no, I think they ruled it out. Either a double or a washed exchange.
all right, that was match
okay,
blue.
yeah. Is the broadsword primarily a 17th century weapon, or does it go back farther than that?
It's 17th, 18th century.
Okay. Mainly used by the Scots?
That is correct. Oh, I just noticed that we mentioned one of our sponsors, Gromit's Leather Craft. They do make actually really good leather crafts. I won actually one of their Weekender bags from SoCal Sword Fight, and I used it recently for one of my trips this weekend. It was wonderful.
Oh, nicely made.
Very nicely made. Again, the Weekender bag is an ideal for just a weekend trip out of town. If you don't want to check in multiple bags.
Oh, is it like a backpack?
No, it's like a duffel style
okay.
bag, but it's
Gotcha.
leather.
Nice.
And let's see here. We have Jessica Flynn, who will be getting 1 minute.
And for reference, the way that pools work is there's a certain number of fencers in each pool, 4 to 5, maybe up to 7 or 8 different fencers. And the pool goes until every single fencer in that pool has fenced all the other fencers once. So that's why you see multiple fencers coming up more than once in the pool.
Everybody gets a chance to face everyone else in the pool. It's a social thing as much as a competitive thing.
All right, looks like our match is starting soon. probing action there. Oh,
I don't know if I saw anything hit there.
Looks like we may have had some acknowledgement from Reeve.
Sticking in that high guard.
it's not ideal.
It's sort of a hanging guard.
Right. If it was more in a traditional Saber 2 guard or 1, that would be more. And that's a classic 3 guard.
It looks like he's trying to see if he can beat away Jessica's blade.
And let's see here. Oh, that would have been a good thrust, but didn't make connection.
Yeah, I didn't see anything hit there.
Oh, and did
Under?
Jessica get the afterblow? That was a good solid strike to the underarm. Higher priority blue? Yeah, that's correct. Oh, that was a definite cut to the head. Or maybe,
Yeah, it looked like cut to arm to me.
okay, I just looked like head. Thought I heard that thump of a mask, but
Could have been the arm guard.
oh,
Oh. It looked like Reeve got the afterblow there.
right you are. But unfortunately, there is no afterblow priority, so
Nope.
it's all weighted the same.
Hang on, folks. We're going to be cutting over to Andrew's pool.
As requested.
And with Daniel Aldridge from Diamond Rose Fencing Academy at Arms.
And Daniel has recently moved out to Idaho, I believe, and it's lovely to see him back in our neck of the woods.
And Andrew Bradford is just here to have fun.
Yeah, he's already half sorting, which is not a traditional technique with the broadsword at all.
And he's going to get hit in the hand right there because he is being too silly. So I recommend not holding the broadsword as if you're hand and halving. He's going to try to whip that sword out with that cut.
He's committed to this idea.
It's not going to pan out well for him.
Daniel's definitely laughing, though.
Daniel's far too merciful to just snipe that hand like he should.
Exactly. Do not give him mercy, Daniel. Strike him down.
Looks like he's slipping on the floor a little, though.
Yes, these floors are very slippery. But it looks like Andrew did get a cut on Daniel.
If you look closely, you can see how people adapt to a slippery floor in tournament settings. You can change your footwork in such a way that it affects you less.
And looks like Daniel has... and looks like, no, he didn't get that cut in. Daniel was able to parry, but Daniel... Oh, I think he...
I think he's
Yeah.
dabbed.
Yeah, right you are. He whipped that sword over to get that thrust in, so that's going to be 3 points for Daniel.
I feel safe in saying that Andrew deserved that.
Yeah.
Right you are. Oh, they changed the camera angle, so...
Yeah, we didn't quite see that.
Despite the antics here, this is one of the cleaner broadsword matches we've seen so far.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have to agree. There's no general consensus, so they're going to watch the exchange.
What a silly goose.
Oh, and I think,
He managed to get it, but I think they're rolling it a double.
yep, looks like it. I think they were on time.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's blue.
Daniel still took it.
I'm going to have a word with Andrew after this.
You know, I think he was being pretty silly in the rapier tournament, too, on retrospect.
He did
And-
want to make a public apology to Kevin Murakoshi for how he behaved.
Yeah, sorry.
And
Ken.
while there is a 1 minute downtime, I think we should have a word with one of our sponsors, Wachoozy Armory. We are excited to welcome back Wachoozy Armory as a major sponsor of Battleborn Blades 5. Known across HEMA world for their high-quality protective gear, Wachoozy is a trusted name when it comes to keeping fencers safe without sacrificing mobility or comfort. We're proud to partner with them once again, and thanks for their support, some of our competitors will be going home with top-tier prizes. Learn more about Wachoozy.com and gear up with the best.
How do you spell that?
Wukusi.
Okay.
So, Whiskey, Umbrella, Kilo, Umbrella, Sierra, Indigo. India, sorry.
Pictured now, we have Daniel Aldridge and Isaac Humber.
It is a Diamond Rose matchup.
Yes. Daniel was a longtime student of Isaac's before he left town.
So, looks like Isaac is probing, trying to control the overbind. They're getting rather too close. A good cut, a faint cut, and a cut to the other side from Daniel will be able to land a solid point. They're getting way too close.
Yeah, Isaac doesn't seem to be going for it for some reason. His footwork
Nope.
is excellent, as always.
Almost. I thought that was a cut to the torso, but it's just
Yeah,
barely.
He just voided, just barely.
Nice subtle slip from Daniel.
Yeah, he really seems to be leaning into the sliding on the floor thing.
Work with what you got.
I always appreciate it when they clap when somebody self-calls or they wave something.
It's one of
Yep.
the greatest things about
And
this
looks
sport.
like that's a self-call.
Okay, I think Isaac got that. Yeah, and you're right, Kieran. I love it about this sport that honor actually
Oh.
matters here.
Looks like that was a cut to the leg.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I've stuck with this for the few years that I have, is that it's really unlike any other sport that I've ever seen in terms of people not necessarily wanting to win at all odds, although that's perfectly fine for those who want to take that competitive stance, but it's really refreshing to see that there are other perspectives.
Got some nice cutting around. Flowing through those
Oh.
guards.
I don't know if there was a...
Yeah, I don't know why they called hold on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they watched it. That was weird. Sometimes they get a little annoyed when judges prematurely call hold when nothing was done.
Now we just need a good parry riposte. A lot of cuts and taking step backs.
Yeah, they both seem to be giving ground.
No, that's a yep. That's going to be a double.
Come
And
on, boys.
Give us a show.
It's interesting seeing Isaac in a padded jacket now when he was previously wearing nothing. Are they calling that a tie?
I believe they have.
I guess that was, they timed out.
Yeah, worth noting, ties are an acceptable outcome for pools in this tournament. They will not do a sudden death match just because the time has run out and the score is even.
Is that because they have less fencers in this tournament?
I believe it was a decision for logistics, just to keep the
Okay,
things moving.
Okay, Isaac's back in the ring here against Ryan.
oh, looks like blue scored a point.
Excellent patient exchange.
Isaac trying to sort of psych him out.
Yep, that looks like a cut to the upper opening. And Looks like Ryan is trying to self-acknowledge. That is just only
Good
Isaac
man.
is scoring. Yay.
And if you couldn't hear it, the auditorium erupts with applause.
Nope. Oh, did he
Ooh.
turn that? Oh.
He might have turned that into a stab.
Maybe. Yep, they're going to call it a dirty double.
You can see the shame in Isaac's face, even though he's facing away from us.
I believe that's called body language. Ooh, really testing here. Going with a lot of beats.
Need to follow that parry up with a cut.
Come on.
Up. Almost. Oh. Yep, that's going to be a double.
It was a good idea with that thrust, but it didn't quite cover what Ryan had been cooking on his side.
And this is time. Oh, this is, I believe it's another tie.
What is going on here?
Something in the water.
Certainly hope not. I've been drinking water all day. All right, so we're swapping out. And Ryan's staying in the ring, but we're getting Daniel back.
Another distinctive gesture that we see in HEMA quite often. Embracing your opponent leading into a match.
Yeah, that's always lovely to see.
It's good to remind each other that this is a game that we're playing with one another, and although it can get heated in the moment, we're all here to do this together.
Looks like our match is going to be starting up now with Daniel Aldridge on red and Ryan on blue.
There's an interesting difference in footwork
Oh,
here.
looks like, yeah, that was definitely a cut to the leg. And Daniel was able to cover that after blow.
Yeah, Daniel comes from the French tradition of rapier and small sword, being from the Diamond Rose Academy. Ryan Renfro is a member of the Black Tigers, and so you can see he keeps that back foot pivoted forward and on the ball of his foot, which is very
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
Well, that would have been a good time to clock Ryan in head for that cut. Oh, yeah. That was a good hit, but he just needed to cover that after blow.
Yeah, it was just barely in tempo there.
No. All right. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, did he duck away enough from
No, I don't think so. Yeah, he got
that?
hit.
Okay, yeah.
Friendly reminder, if you see a cut coming towards you, do not turn away from the cut. Turn towards a cut.
Yeah, and that has to do with the construction of the fencing mask specifically. The front of the mask is angled and curved such that a blade will most likely, it won't really impact and stick. It will likely glance off of it. But the sides are not shaped like that. So if you turn your head away and catch it on the side, then it's actually more painful.
I think they want to call that. Oh, and he's going to decline the point, and I believe.
Ooh, wow.
So Daniel has a healthy lead. However, oh,
Wow.
come on, Daniel, throw that cut.
deft slip of the leg.
Yeah, he should have.
After you slip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a cut to the arm. So just a reminder for all those protectioners out there, when you refuse that leg, you need to follow up with a cut to the head as soon as you slip that leg.
All right, Ryan manages to take 3 points before giving the match to Daniel.
Not
Yeah.
quite fast enough.
And then we have here Andrew Bradford from Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy and Isaac Humber from Diamond Rose Academy d'Arms.
This promises to be an interesting match, especially if Andrew continues his half-sorting shtick.
Yeah, we'll see whether or not Isaac can deal with his silly goosery.
For those who don't know Isaac is an exceptional practitioner of traditional fencing. He takes his fencing seriously and has an intimate understanding of the game, such that he wants to share that with each of his opponents.
Share it at the point of a sword.
Can there be anything more intimate?
Yep, that was a good bonk to the head.
And then followed
From
up by a second bonk to the head. Yeah. Justifiably 3 points to Isaac.
I think Isaac is going to look to pull Andrew into that lunge again and throw another cut. He's going to parry riposte. Oh, that's good parry.
Some nice exchanges here.
Oh, did he get that thrust in?
Cut to arm? Yeah, it looks like Isaac took that again.
Isaac just made an interesting maneuver to address that interesting guard that Andrew's using, cutting under the blade.
Isaac cleanly.
Cleanly dealing with the shenanigans going on.
Then, who do we have next? Oh, it looks like Andrew and Ryan Winfro again. I think Andrew has a minute. Or is he going to forego that minute?
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to keep going.
That's right.
Too much fun to be had.
Oh,
Did he get that stab?
Looks like Ryan might have
like
acknowledged
it.
it.
Yep, and that's going to be a double.
Double, okay. Was that?
Saying that might have been a cut to the head.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a bonk bonk. So that's going to be dirty exchange.
It's nice when you can hear the blows like that.
One of the benefits of the broadsword being as heavy as it is.
What on earth?
Yeah.
Andrew, what are you doing?
Andrew's looks like he's trying to half sword in a thrust, but problem is that Ryan's just going to cut right over that guard. Nope, that's a dirty exchange.
Neither fencer appearing to make much of an effort to set up those leg shots.
So what Ryan needs to do is feint high and go for a leg cut. Or he got that thrust in. Interesting. Okay.
He turned a cut into a thrust. Nice. Yeah, Andrew, this whole shtick is not working for you.
He said it himself. He's here to have fun. Who are we to tell him what's fun?
That's fair.
I tell you what's fun is hearing from one of our sponsors.
Oh, goody.
Blade Fit Academy. Broadsword fans, this one's for you. Battleborn Blades gives you a huge thanks to Blade Fit Academy for their continued support. Blade Fit has been a key partner in promoting Broadsword and Targe within the HEMA community, helping to keep this classic pairing alive and thriving. Their passion, instruction, advocacy have been vital to growing interest in the weapon we all love. Visit BladeFitAcademy.com to learn more and raise a Targe to tradition.
A Targe is the leather-coated shield. By the way, it's very Scottish. It's a traditional shield.
And sometimes that's a long, knife in the center.
Oh, yeah, it does. Like they have a dirk stored back there. Scots they store knives everywhere. You always got to check them for weapons.
You're still not going to find them all.
And you got to check their under their wrists, on their backs, in their boots, under their kilts.
In the hair, all of it.
Yeah.
Right, we've switched over to Finn Beasley and Zachary Belito. Did you know that Finn is from On Guard Fencing in Santa Rosa, California?
Oh, we do have someone from On Guard here. Okay. It's quite the drive.
Finn is an aficionado of the broadsword. It's no wonder he's here.
Oh, looks like a double. That was a pretty solid smack. But, no, they're still interesting. Neatly refusing that cut. Still nothing. Cut to head. Cut to torso. Oh, I didn't see the
Maybe
afterglow
calling
there.
it a double. There's definitely a tactic that's trying to be forced here.
Yeah, both times they've called a double here. I didn't see the other. Okay, that looked like a double to me, but they're not calling it as such. Or are they? Simultaneous?
A little more rushed in these exchanges than the ones we were just watching. Might be contributing to those doubles, that there's not very much setup, probing, or estimation of the opponent going on in between these touches.
Oh, it looks like Zachary just waved a cut.
Oh, that was a good clean cut from Finn to the upper opening. Will he get his groove back? Yep, that's cleanly a cut from Finn. He's in the groove now.
Just needs one more. Cut to arm?
Oh, I guess that's
Match red.
match red. It was on time, even though Zachary scored a point, but it came down to time.
Yeah.
And that makes the end of that pool.
It looks like there's still one other pool going on in the background, although it
Pool
might have just
3.
ended. Do we only have 3 pools?
All right, we have another match here. Iris Garcia
Okay,
and
one more.
Wesley Wells.
Oh, we saw Wesley earlier in Rapier.
Right. On Iris there, you can see that previously mentioned mask from Wukusi Armory.
Oh, they're the ones that do the full head protection?
They do. That very protective dome. Pretty much the safest mask covering available at the moment.
They also offer their Cobra overlay and rattlesnake. I'm sorry, it's a rattlesnake overlay for those that have maybe another mask and they are looking for a back of the head protection. I highly recommend the rattlesnake overlay.
Okay, is that a hood or is that like hard plastic?
It is a hard. No, it has a soft exterior, but is pretty reinforced.
It's like a hard foam.
Okay, okay. Ooh, Iris just springing in there.
Wesley managing some tight defense.
Oh, yep, that looks like a cut.
Simultaneous cut.
Right, you are.
I thought Iris's cut was a little bit better, but
Nope, yeah, it's a cut to leg.
Nice. Can't let your knees get too far out there.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good parry.
Yeah, that was a good
And-
exchange.
I wonder if they're going to count that after blow. Looks like they are.
Oh, that looked like a cut to arm. Yep. Did he stab before she cut?
I don't know if there was enough rotation or.
I think you're exactly right. The requirement for this tournament is that cuts have at least 45 degrees of rotation to be considered valid.
I thought it was
Fire
90
six.
degrees.
There's 90 degrees for rapier.
Ah, okay.
They're considering the broadsword to be a little more dangerous than the cut, so it's a little more
Yeah, that
lax.
looks like in a pool, and I think they're going to get their next round of matches.
Yeah, Iris won that one. So while we're waiting for the eliminations to come up, we are going to run some highlights. So you can see highlights from other pools that were going on at the same time as the live stream. So enjoy.
Turn me up. Have no trouble leaving, but you're all that I know. Contra, giving up. Think you tell me enough, you tell me enough. Here to stay, I can feel it pulling me in the grip. Tie me up and ride me like a tidal wave. No matter what I say, it's too late to fight. There's a fire in my head. Wonder what I did for all of this time. Contra, turn me up. Love the thought of leaving, but you're all that I know. Contra, give me up. Think you tell me enough, you tell me enough. You think you tell me enough, you tell me enough.
Hello, and welcome back.
We are headed into the elimination rounds for Broadsword at Battleborn 2025.
Looks like it's going to be Ronan Richards from Sacramento Historical Fencing Academy and Iris Garcia from Lonan League.
Oh, we just saw her.
Looks like a rematch. I think they fenced in the same pool. We weren't able to see what the outcome was in the first match, but we will know for certain what this match is going
I
to
was
be.
informed by Ronan that he won 3 of his matches and tied the 4th. So he's doing rather well.
Pretty good.
We knew this would be an energetic match. We just didn't know how much.
I love the curtsy that he does. All right, here we go.
Did Ronan get that cut to the arm? Looks like it.
I feel like Iris got that cut to the arm. Oh, no. No, it was Ronan.
He's going for big swooping cut. Oh, and that might have been, yep. That's
Another cut to the arm, perhaps.
Yeah. I like to describe Ronan's style as like a Gibbons chimpanzee, little monkey, because he swings his arms around.
I just call that being squirrely.
Nah, he looks like everyone. When you're done with the stream, go look up a Gibbons.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good
Wow.
cut to the head.
Yeah.
Big cut to the head.
Rat King, Rat King.
I do hope he dials down the intensity just a smidge. We are about safety here.
He is pretty tall, so he does have a lot of leverage.
And truth be told, I mean, that momentum he's generating is an excellent tactical maneuver.
Yeah, really building up the fluidity of the motion, doing those big circles, you can actually build up a lot of momentum and then power that into a swing.
Clear the blade.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a double hit. All Ronan needs to do is just bide his time. Oh, was that a hit to the arm? It
Maybe.
looks like it. I think that might be match. Yep, match.
Right.
Ronan.
Well done, Ronan.
Tidy 9 points for Ronan.
Yes, Sawyer, we know you like Ronan. Thank you.
You know what we also like? Talking about our sponsors, I want to, first and foremost, please join us in welcoming Manticore Forge, a new sponsor and vendor here at Battleborn Blades. Known for their beautifully crafted and budget-friendly blades, Manticore Forge is helping make Steel HEMA more accessible than ever. Whether you are looking to test, handle, or take one home, don't miss your chance to check out their work in person this weekend. You can find them on Facebook. Just search Manticore Forge and see what's next from the cutting edge.
Swapping over to ring 1 here. I've never actually held a Manticore blade before, so I'm fascinated.
Well, now's your chance. Well, not right now, because you have to commentate.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Jack's really running away with this.
Oh,
That may have sealed it.
Yep. That was a pretty clean cut to head. He even kind of put his guard over hers.
Bryce?
Oh, he's calling a hit to the hip, though.
And looks like, they're going to keep going.
Nice whirling.
Flashy Molinex.
Oh,
I heard that.
yeah,
That seems decisive.
that's going to be match.
Well done, Jack.
Jack is joining us from Ireland.
Really?
I'm kind of curious because he's been popping up at certain events around America. So, we have here another rematch from Isaac Humber and Daniel Aldridge.
Funny how that works out.
You travel hundreds of miles to fence other fencers, but you end up fencing those you know best.
Well, that just means you're an incredible school, doesn't it?
Looks like that was a cut to the head, and Daniel's acknowledging. Or are they going to acknowledge you? Throw that out. Looks like they might throw that one out.
Oh, is that a safety call?
Looks like they might be inspecting the weapon.
Hearing a bunch of, maybe you heard a bunch of rattling.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of slop in the blade.
Again, very refreshing to see these two observing tempo, very distinct patterns of attack and defense, sort of in turn. It's not the only way defense, but it does look good.
Right you are.
Daniel giving a lot of ground there.
Oh, looks like a
Ooh.
cut to the leg. That's a nice slip there by Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely saw it.
Oh, yep, there's a couple cuts there from Isaac, I think.
It was a nice exchange, though. They just
All of
kept
these are
going, right?
beautiful.
Yeah. Lovely to watch. Isaac going for sort of a beat there, threatening with the point.
Approaching the edge of the ring.
They both seem to be very conscious of it, though.
I
No,
think
Isaac's not the one to
is-
push you.
I think, yeah, there might be a dirty exchange.
Yeah, it looked like Daniel tried to duck out of that.
He's baiting that cut from the right. Oh, did he get that thrust?
I think Daniel ran that thrust in. Excellent setup. He had him thinking about that cut to the outside and then changed it up at the moment he didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And that is that match. Looks like it's match. Is it going to Isaac, I believe?
Well, that's weird.
Or
Score's zeroed out.
yep,
happened
that was
there?
match.
Well, such is technology.
Okay, let's see. Are we swapping rings or are we staying here? Nope, we're swapping rings. Okay. Oh, we're entering halfway. Did Daniel, sorry, Dashel, just get a point? No, it was a double.
Noteworthy that Dash is fencing left-handed, which could change it up for his opponents.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was, sorry. I
Yeah.
cut you off there. That was a double.
Right you are. That is indeed a double.
But it's fascinating to see when people swap to their left hand, especially for ambidextrous. There's a lot of advantages to doing so because while you're used to fighting right-handed people are not used to fighting you in your left hand.
Humorously, left-handers also struggle with left-handers often because they're not
Yeah.
used to fighting them.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's
That was definitely
dirty.
simultaneous.
It's dirty.
Neither of them were defending themselves. Come on.
Yep, that's a dirty.
Man.
Quit it. Do better.
This would be great in a pub brawl. Everybody around just a little inebriated.
And it comes down to time. Dashel taking the victory.
It's a little weird because every hit scored is 3 points. So it's funny to me when it jumps up by 3 is when it really
Oh,
is
right.
just
This is
like
going to be
1
an interesting
More points
matchup.
good. Big number powerful.
So it's going to be Jack Assman versus Finn.
Oh, do we have the wrong names up?
We might have the wrong names up.
Wait, we're in quarterfinals?
Looks like we may be beginning quarterfinals, even though some of the initial round is still ongoing. The
That's a
tree
little
is
weird.
large enough that half of it has been populated while the other is pending.
Okay, so we've still got one pool going.
All right. Looks like it is going to be Jack Assman versus Finn.
I feel like that's such an unfortunate name. Because if you don't pronounce the G, it can really get ugly.
It's an icebreaker. Ooh, nice flurry there.
Right, and there's a self-call.
Cut to the hand, or cut to the arm. With an afterblow to the head?
Yeah, it's going to be 3 points, Jack.
Hanging out in the hanging guard.
Looks like Finn's self-calling again.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's Wrath. Interesting. That really high guard there. Really haven't seen that the whole tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it stands to reason. They are
that's going to be a hit for Jack.
They are practitioners of Lichtenauer down in Santa Rosa, so a little crossover there wouldn't go amiss.
Interesting. And that's German, correct?
Yes, German, which Lichtenauer could be considered sort of the grandfather of German longsword fencing for most of the traditions people tend to study.
All right, and all Jack has to do is maintain his lead.
Seems to be going on the attack, though.
Right. Jack is a very aggressive fencer. And that's going to be match.
Well done. So I think that's the last match of the pools, and now we're moving on to quarterfinals.
This is still an elimination match. That's still an elimination.
Okay, sorry. It's an elimination match, so we're not quite there yet.
Oh.
Oh, so the previous pool was quarterfinal. Interesting.
Right. They're
Okay,
running them
good.
out of sequence because
Yes.
it's not going to affect the outcome.
It's a little odd, but
They are being conscientious to making this tournament run on time. Pictured at the bottom of the frame is Rat King Ronan Richards' gigantic head.
Did Laurel get that cut to the arm?
get your big head out of the way, Ronan.
And tell and Andrew. We're trying to. There we go. We're trying to tell Ronan to stay out of the camera.
Meanwhile, Laurel Rogers holds a decisive lead over Nathaniel Walsh. Will Nathaniel be able to pull it out?
Nope, that's going to be their exchange.
Defend yourselves, guys. Jeez. It's no wonder the Scots all killed each other.
And that's going to be match for Laurel.
Nice.
And then we have here Isaac Humber versus Dashel.
Being pretty cautious here.
Love to see it.
Oh, he didn't get that parry in time, so it's going to be cut. High priority.
Okay, yeah, that was hit to Dashel. He gets the point. It's honestly so weird to see Isaac with a broadsword.
He is versatile.
Yeah, but I've always seen him with a rapier or a small sword.
This is how we know him.
Yep, he's might be a dirty exchange there, but Isaac has got to watch for that 2-3 combo.
Legend has it, Isaac participated in a longsword tournament once.
Really?
A weapon that he openly detests at least the modern tournament scene of. And his fury was so great that he broke the sword he was using.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
It was physically incompatible with his body.
And that's going to be match, I believe, if they score in Dashiell's favor.
Looks like maybe a reprimand for excessive force there.
They're going to watch. Oh, looks like watch the exchange.
Yeah, so sometimes if there's
Yeah.
excessive force, then they just don't award a point. They're like, that's your punishment. You don't get to.
So it's a warning, -1, -3, and if depending on severity, loss of match. And that is actually is going to be a dirty double. And that, oh, I guess not. It's going. Dash is going to take the win.
Dashiell moves forward.
Okay, here we go.
And
Back to Ronan.
Looks like Ronan has carved out a lead over Rochelle.
Substantial lead. Jeez. I saw a cut to leg. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he didn't get the parry in time.
Come on.
Little comeback for Rochelle. Ronan employing an extended guard to mind that
Oh,
measure.
that's
Oh,
Yep, that was a cut to the torso.
it's a really nice cut. Completely unopposed.
Yep. So,
He does have.
that's a dirty exchange.
He does have the
He
reach
knows
on
better.
Rochelle,
True.
just by a little bit. They are both quite tall, actually. Looks like Rochelle got that one. Cut to torso?
That's a good constraint over the blade.
Yep. Rochelle's coming back.
Oh, no, that's going to be match red.
Not quite soon enough.
That's going to be based on time. All right.
Way to go, Rat King.
He's really coming up.
You know what's also coming up?
More sponsors?
That is correct. Battleborn Blades is proud to welcome back HEMA Bookshelf as a returning sponsor. HEMA Bookshelf specializes in translation, scholarly analysis, and facsimiles of historical fencing treatises, making them a go-to resource for researchers, instructors, and curious practitioners alike. If you're looking to deepen your knowledge and bring the sources to your shelf, look no further. Explore the full catalog at HEMABookshelf.com and take your study to the next level.
I should probably go buy some of those. Okay, so I think we are. That was either the quarterfinals or the eliminations, and we're moving into semifinals.
Yes. Now, in the semifinal round, the 4 remaining fencers who have not yet been eliminated will undergo a double elimination trial with the other remaining fencers. So there will be multiple exchanges for each of them, and they will need to lose twice to be knocked out.
Right you are. And it looks like my stylus is not working, as I stabbed one of my coworkers with it. Now it's no longer working.
What'd you do that for?
All right, Jack Gassman and Ronan circling.
They're not for stabbing people.
Looks like Ronan managed to secure a cut to the arm with that long leaning lunge of his.
Yeah, it's amazing how
Okay,
much
they're gonna give
reach
him-
he can get.
So that's going to be dirty exchange.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily come across on camera, but he is very tall, well over 6 feet.
Oh, are they going to give it? Oh, looks like.
It's hard to tell. They're kind of all the way across the gym, so we can't quite hear the directors.
Right, you are. So it's tied 3-3. They're both in hanging guards. They're both winding up for a cut around. That's going to be a cut from Jack to, I think that's going to be 6-3.
I was afraid they would just stay in that exchange back and forth.
I'm not complaining.
It does look quite nice.
Yep, and Ronan's being a bit too passive.
Well, Jack might have the better technique.
Some of that Meyer-esque panache.
He's getting too close. Nope, that's going to be match.
Did he get the leg cut?
He got the arm cut.
Oh, okay.
He's letting Jack get too close.
Yeah. Okay, Ronan, you got to win the next one.
So now Jack is going into limbs with 1 win. He has 2 lives.
So now I believe Ronan has to fence whoever lost the other elimination.
That is
Looks like it will be Laurel Rogers.
Okay, gotcha. So Ronan will be up against Laurel, and Jack will be up against Dashel.
We will be staying with Rat King Ronan Richards because we are biased towards his club.
right. You are.
He's the special boy.
So depending on who wins, depending on who loses, will be in the bronze match, I believe.
So Ronan has a possibility of winning bronze or getting 4th.
It's not out of the question.
That's correct. The winner of this match will fight for the 3rd round of finals.
Here we go.
Ronan making an early use of that reach.
Yep.
Yep, I think that was a cut to leg.
That's correct. Yep, that's another cut to the arm.
Laurel not quite fast enough to get another blow in there.
He is waiting until she extends out and then capitalizing on that with a cut. Yep, there we go again, and that's going to be match.
Just that little bit of reach made all that difference.
Wow.
So I believe now Laurel is going to be fighting for bronze.
Well, Ronan took that. Will he be fighting for bronze?
No, so you have 2 lives. So 2 lives. So if you lose 2 lives, then you're quote unquote seeded into either the bronze match.
So Ronan lost his first match against Jack Gassman.
But then he
won
won
this match,
the second one.
which allows him now to participate in the 3rd round of semifinals.
That is right.
Okay. Sorry, this lineup is a bit confusing to me.
We're all getting used to it.
Yep. And that might be match. Was able to catch.
It's incredible the difference between, like, Jack beat Ronan almost perfectly, but now Dashel's beating Jack.
You know, it's not a clear one-to-one or sort of, you know, let's put it this way. Your HEMA rating doesn't dictate whether or not you're going to win all the time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Matchups between individuals matter. That psychological interface between people matters. Maybe Dash just had something that threw Jack off. Also noteworthy that Dash is, among his primary weapons is Broadsword. Jack
Oh,
Gassman
okay.
being better known for Longsword, I believe.
That is correct. I believe it's going to be a rematch between Jack and Ronan.
Ooh, he's got to pull it together.
The winner of this match will determine who will be fighting for gold.
Since we're speaking about reach so much with tall boy Ronan Richards, note the shape of the ring. It's not actually a ring, it's a diamond. There was note made of that earlier today as we set into the tournament, but that is a very intentional feature which is meant to offset the advantage of fencers with longer reaches, being that circling around your opponent and just skirting them with that long reach is less of an option if there aren't smooth, round edges.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right, so this is a rematch. Let's see if Ronan will learn from his mistakes. Apparently not, because he's once again getting way too close to Jack, and Jack is going to capitalize on that. He's already stealing measure by circling.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job of blocking.
Oh.
Looks like Ronan may have gotten a cut to the leg.
Looks like he did.
Have more faith in the boy.
There are times I like to be proven wrong.
He's just a child.
In this instance, I'm being proven right, because once again,
Getting too close.
way too close. One thing Jack knows is his measure. Okay, they're going to give it to him. So that's a very light touch. Or no, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe
Oh.
they agree with you, Arthur. Maybe they think it's insufficient.
Oh, I guess.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, did the blue land?
They just ran right into each other.
Right you are. However,
Those kinds of exchanges are always messy. You can almost never see what's happening.
yeah. They haven't called the match yet. So
Getting too excited.
Ronan has a healthy lead, but he needs to keep it together.
Oh,
Oh,
cut
and
out.
was that?
recently. Did he land another cut to the arm?
Did he land another cut to the arm?
Ronan has pulled it out with a clean 9 points.
He's fighting for bronze.
No,
No, silver. Silver.
Or gold.
Or gold.
Or gold.
Oh my gosh. Rat king. Rat king.
We'll be going to a highlight reel as we await
The finals.
finals.
Oh, sorry. We're losing a little bit of connection here. Getting some weird glitches. Here we go.
reaching for the top, where the stars collide. Fought for what I'm worth, now it's my turn to shine. Started from the bottom, now I'm rising from the grind. Hustling through the darkness, vision clear in my mind. Dreams ain't just for dreaming, I've been scheming on the low. Turning every setback into fuel, let it grow. They doubted my ambition, said I'd never touch the sky. But my wheels are rocking and I'm ready to defy. Look at all these mountains, conquered each and every one. Came from nothing, now I'm here, witness how it's done. I'm reaching for the top, where the stars collide. Fought for what I'm worth, now it's my turn to shine. Every trial was a teacher, every fall was a rise. Kept my head up through the storm with my eyes on the prize. They can't hold me down, I got fire in my soul. Destiny's my partner, we out of control. Heart of a lion, I've been clawing through the fight. From the trenches to the towers, now I'm basking in the light. No more looking back, it's my moment to seize. With the world in my palm, I'm the king of my dreams. I'm reaching for the top, where the stars collide. Earn my place in the spotlight, won't be denied. Fought for what I'm worth, now it's my turn to shine. Getting what I deserve, it's my time to climb. Reaching for the top, where the stars collide. Earn my place in the spotlight, won't be denied. Fought for what I'm worth, now it's my turn to shine. Getting what I deserve, it's my time to climb.
Yeah. Let's go. They can see that I'm the legend. Got the gold in my possession. No doubt in my mind, no question. I hold the keys to my successes. Greatness lives inside of me. Cut me open, bleed royalty. I've never known defeat. That's for the weak. For the throne, you better show loyalty. Nothing can stand in my way. I look it right in the face. I'm never slowing down. Yeah, I'm winning this race. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me down. It's time for me to own it now. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a whole new level. Voltage rising, shock to see. Jury on the move, take the plea. I'm about